Hello, hello. Just make sure we are on live. All right, looks like we're live and recording. Just want to make sure everybody hears me. Yeah, looks like we're good to go. Just making sure. Go ahead and share the live. All right, 30 seconds. All right, cool. So we're all live. We're good. Everybody can see me, hear me, all that goodness. So, welcome. I'm Lauren L.C. Thriving Entrepreneur. Today is Monday, July 3rd. So, for those who have off, enjoy your Independence Day for temporary right now. If you have to go back to work on Wednesday, some people work tomorrow. For my fellow entrepreneurs out there, sometimes we don't get any days off or anything like that, but we have the luxury and the leverage to say when we want to. Work. So I have a few appointments and stuff today. I'm tuning in with you guys today. Tomorrow, I'm not going to go live. I am taking the day off for myself. And then Wednesday, we'll be back. So that's the little announcements, the little spiel. For those who are, this is specifically focused towards those who are in network marketing, been thinking about network marketing, is in, but just don't know if they should stay. You're on the gate, on the fence. That's at the gate. Or even those who are looking to do other new opportunities. This applies for even those who have jobs. I shared and promised you guys on Friday that I was going to talk about these 8 key points. They're major keys. I sound like DJ Khaled, right? Major key. So these key 8 points of alignment that you need to make sure when you're doing anything. I shared on my page. I shared a quote as far as for everybody who do and do not know. Jay-Z released the 444 album that really talks about, building Black wealth and generational wealth and really kind of waking people up a little bit of what they need to pay attention to. So I shared a post and said, it's great and of what you're doing, but sometimes this isn't the first time that we're hearing these things. I've heard this stuff for a long time. I've heard, Robert Kiyosaki. Now, great it is when one of us shares it, especially if, Jay-Z is one of your favorite rappers and stuff. But then what? Then what do you do? How do you start getting yourself aligned, to start making the next steps? He tells you what is great and stuff like that, but he don't tell you how. He just, he talks about, building your own wealth with your 9 to 5, like have your side hustle while you're still at your 9 to 5. He talked about, making investments and things like that you need to pay attention to. So while you're doing that and you're getting that information is motivating you, now you're kind of like, okay, I need to think what to do. So he don't tell you how to do. So I shared a post and shared just for less than $1.17 a day, I can show you how. Okay, I can really focus on and show you the key points on how to get there. Give you the platforms that can help you be able to generate wealth for your family, be able to generate, a $1 million platform that's there with ongoing continued education. And if you already are in a place where you have a business, but you are still figuring out how to kind of go, you're having that, if you're at that limbo phase where you're not getting the money part together with your business. I've been there before where I was making a good flow of income coming in, but I just wasn't really seeing it. It was because I wasn't applying my money in the right way. So, love, hope, I'm so happy that he finally came out he finally came out and shared, this album, really waking people up, because it's like, we got to know there's things that need to be serious. So I'm going to go in and spill a little bit about that. But like I said, if you want one-on-one coaching, and you're there, you need that help with when it comes to, your business per se and how to build, and just have someone peeking over your shoulder, by all means, you can inbox me, or you can email me at Thrive with LC, 2 letters, at Gmail, and you can reach out to me directly. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you are tuning in, that's the little announcements and the spiel. But if you are tuning in, let me know what city and state you're tuning in from. Like I said, today is Monday, July 3rd, right before Independence Day. For those who are woke in there, our real Independence Day was Juneteenth, which is June 19th. But if you're also celebrating the holiday for, Independence Day, or sometimes people just love the holiday because you get a day off, right? So what I want to talk about, as promised, where I said I was going to, go live and share the video. And like I said, don't, if you're tuning in, please continue to state your city and state where you're tuning in. I love everybody who's on. And like I said, for those who do and do not know me, I'm Lauren L.C. Thriver, the Thriving Entrepreneur. And I help women entrepreneurs to take leaps and bounds in their business, to help them to expand their business online without sacrificing time with family or burnout. But here on Thrive Abundantly TV, I'm here for all entrepreneurs. I'm really here, and this show is about really getting you in a place to make you go, It's also a show to really gut check you into your business. Sometimes you need that reality check. Sometimes, I have tons of content. I think this is the show 37. No, Friday was 35. So this is show 36. So I've been, doing this show for a while. I've been talking about anywhere from, common mistakes entrepreneurs make, which strengths that you need to have as an entrepreneur. I talked about 10 power moves. I talked about money, understanding your money and finance as an entrepreneur, how to, build yourself up to have a lucrative business, how to really expand yourself to have, to be able to create generational wealth. That was what we talked about before. We had a whole week's chat about money and finance. I even had a special guest, which was Vaughn Williams, who is a small business and also an accountant, and she really works with, from taxation perspective. So I had her on the show. I talked about mom and entrepreneurship. I had a guest out of Arkansas, her son. She is definitely at a point where she's building generational wealth, where she has her 10-year-old son, who is an entrepreneur, best-selling author on Amazon, and he owns 3 vending machine companies. Okay, so we have a lot of great things on this show, all about how to get you to thrive abundantly. So, as I said last week, I was going to talk about really things where you go. So, as we know, Hove been putting it out there that we need to start thinking and building generational wealth. Just having money under the mattress, in the shoebox, just in an account, and you just on a hamster wheel trying to figure out how to get more money, and you're worried about getting more money. It's not always about more money. It's great to have more money, but you need to learn how to keep it. That's another story. But before you go and make a decision, and Jay-Z might have inspired you because he's telling you the things, not really telling you how, but you're at a point like, all right, he got a point. I do need to have a little side hustle while I'm on my 9 to 5. Like, how do I know what and what to do? And, you may have this like little hesitation when it comes to, these business opportunities. Especially if you feel as though you're one of the people like, well, I don't really know what I want to do, or what I really want to do, I don't have the money yet, or, you haven't yet found your passion or anything like that. That doesn't say that you can't. There's opportunities out there that can help you to be able to get more money, get you to change your mindset, shift your income, and also get you in a place where you start, finding your passion. It took me many, many opportunities to roll through as vehicles to finally find this. This is it. This is my passion. This is my drive. So it doesn't say that you have to stop and wait. I would say move as fast as possible. When I talked about the five qualities of a champion, of a true entrepreneur that has success, one of the qualities is make quick decisions. Okay, so you got to start moving quick. If you know you're at a place where you need to start making money, put yourself in alignment. So as last week, I talked about you need to find some kind of affiliate program, sell something particularly on the side. But the thing is, you need to put yourself in a space where you're legally doing it. Having a side hustle is cool, but you need to leverage yourself up. I've always had side hustles under the table before, but I didn't really get in the game until I learned how to lower my taxes. You get what I'm saying? Break even. That's where where really the magic happens. And I hate to quote this guy, but our president, for lack of better words, he talked about those loopholes of taxation. Okay, the way to get it is having a business where you can lower your taxes. Okay, so like I said, you're inspired, you're motivated, you need to get yourself to the point. But then it's like, all right, Lauren, all right, Hov, if Jay-Z inspired you, right? I don't know what to do, like what things I need to do. Or I've been looking at this opportunity, or I know my boy or my girl, whatever the case may be, I have a friend that, is really making a lot of money doing this or doing that or selling this or, some kind of affiliate program, e-commerce. I gave a lot of different tips where I talked about on 2 episodes where I talked about linear income and residual income. So you can go back and check that out. And then last week I gave a few more. So if you're here and you're at that point and you're not sure, you've been eyeballing a few things, but you just need to see. I'm hoping that what I'm going to share with you with these exact key points is really going to help you get laser focused and really kind of get you to the point where you see and know that this is going to be something that works for you, how and the things that you need to ask yourself and the questions, okay? Because if you do align yourself with these 8 points, you'll be able to get there. I personally know because, like I said, I've been in network marketing over the course of 12 years, in and out, made good money, had great residual income coming in. One of the alignments was off and it didn't work in a lot of ways, or I might have grown on to the next level. Okay. So I'm speaking from full experience and I really had to figure these things out. And I'm going to share with you guys today. This is the qualities of you watching my show. But I'm going to share these things with you for free because I really help and coach clients specifically to look at this, okay? So if you have a pen and paper, grab it so you can write this down. Like I said, I'm speaking specifically for those who are looking into, a new opportunity or something that can start getting you to apply to build wealth, okay? And thrive abundantly. So this is what it's all about. All right. So number 1, the first thing that you need to know and look at to know if you're aligned is the company. Okay, whether it's a job or not, but like I said, I was speaking specifically to network marketers just because it was highlighted and spoke upon to me for those that was in that industry. Okay, so the first thing is the company. What are the morals of the company? What type of history does this company have? What is basically the principles of this company? What is their mission? What are they looking to do? How long the company been around? What's the history, like financial history of the company in the background? Is this company debt free? That's really important. A lot of companies out there aren't. And that's why you'll see companies that were blowing up, making crazy money. People will get BMWs and cars and all this money. And then they be like, just to let you know, we shutting down. And it's because a lot of the times the company has a poor history of making sure their margins was right. The owners and founders was taking too much at the top, and I'm going to go more into that. So the first one is company. Number 2 is industry. What type of industry that you're looking into, and do you align with this industry? Okay, so, if you are passionate about health, wellness and fitness and things like that, then you want to look at a company that aligns with that. Okay. If you are one that's more into like financial backgrounds and things like that, if you already do this, even great. Or if you're passionate about it or you want to learn about it. I got into health and fitness way before I actually started a career in it. It inspired me to start a career in my own business. So this is why I say it's great to use network marketing to create a vehicle to help you, because not only does it create, opportunity for more income, it creates an opportunity for excellent. I think network marketing has the best training ever, where you get mentorship and everything. And then it also inspires you to start something that you want to do, your own business. Like I said, I was in network marketing and health and wellness realm for a while, well before I got into fitness training. I have a health and fitness coaching business where I coach clients here in New York City. So it's always great to do that. Or it's something that you personally like. Like I was in another company where I personally use these particular products myself and I got particular discounts. So I was my own customer. So when you're looking at industries, you want to make sure that it personally aligns and agrees with you on what you particularly want to do with the industry, because this is how it can align. When you just getting into something because you see you can make some money or things, just really look at these other 6 points that I'm going to share with you that can help, because if it's not, you're going to burn out quickly and you're going to just flop. Okay, so like I said, number 1 was the company, number 2 was the industry, number 3 is the product. Okay, you really want to focus on the product, the niche of the product. What are the price points? What are the margins in the price points of these products? Are these products overpriced in order to pay you out the compensation? Because there's a lot of products out there where you can get these products so much cheaper somewhere else. Now, granted, these products might be better quality, but you got to really pay attention to that, because sometimes, I've been in companies where the product was really overpriced. Like even after a while, and I started looking at the price points, and then that industry was going down, it was just cheaper somewhere else, and I was actually spending more money, and the extra money that we were all putting in as reps was paying the compensation of the company and the distributors. Okay, so it's really important to understand the product. Number 4 is the compensation. You want to really pay attention to the compensation. Okay, know your margins of the compensation. What are the commission points of what they're paying out for the product and what's there. Know and understand the difference from top to bottom. A lot of companies are top heavy and then the bottom is low out pay. So then that's where things go into place where people are screaming and getting antsy and suspicious, screaming pyramid schemes, because the reps, you only get paid when you rank up. You get what I'm saying? You get paid more money. So you want to know the margins. Like even if I don't rank up, what are the payouts? I know particular companies that have amazing payouts where whether you rank up or not, you're getting, I've even seen a company where you're getting 240% of a profit. I've seen companies where you're getting like a good 100% of the profit. I've even seen companies just as good as like 80%. So you really want to know the margins. I personally think if you're paying something a little over that 60% margin, that's a pretty good company if it aligns with these 8 points I'm talking about. Okay. So you always want to look at what's the payout, and start understanding compensation plan. There's a lot of times, like I said, when it comes to network marketing a little bit, the reason why the compensation plan seems a little more complicated and things like that is because to prevent a lawsuit, please understand that pyramid schemes is illegal. Okay. So you always have to have some company, whether it's just an educational company or something, they always have to have some form of product or service being sold. So they have a lot of margins and platforms put in place that the compensation plan may seem kind of confusing. Always just keep going and learning the compensation. A lot of times if you don't understand the compensation, like I said in the past, I've been in companies where I didn't quite understand the compensation, but all the other key points aligned. Okay, so use these key points to all come into a mode to make sense. I'm sharing these things with you because if you're at the point where you know that you need to put yourself into an asset to make you some asset, right? You need to be at a point to make some income. You need to be at a point where you have some side hustle to make some more money, some extra money while you're still working a job. You really need to understand these things that I'm particularly telling you is really important. Okay. So yeah, number 4 was the compensation and understand it. Number 5 is the training support. If you are not a business-minded person, you are not an entrepreneur, you're just kind of getting out there and trying to see, and understand that you need coaching. For one, I highly recommend that you remain coachable, patient and coachable. Okay? If you're not going to make it. I'll say that again. If you're not coachable and patient to apply the tools that's being taught to you, you're not going to make it. Okay? So when it comes to the training support, and you are coachable, you are patient, and you are willing to meet, so I should have put a third point, you are willing to, use your resources, go, 1 second, I think I'm freezing. No, I'm not. Okay, so you are willing to also go out your means to get the support that you need. I've been at points. Let me just close all this stuff out. Looks like I'm freezing up a little bit. Okay, so I've been at the point where, I had, great training, but I might have, needed a little bit more, related more with other people, or, maybe my uplines didn't do things that they were supposed to do in like former companies years ago. But I was coachable. I was, definitely patient, and I was resourceful. So I was willing to go to those who can help me. I was willing to go into, the training tools and things like that and really learn it. Okay. So it's really important that the company has, good training support, whether online, whether, you want to make sure that you're getting good training support, whether you're, a lot of the companies call your upline, your downline, sideline, like you have a community of people that are willing to help you win. Whether you have support in your local area, you want them to be frequent and often, whether you have, training support where you can listen to online. You always want to make sure that, the companies and things like that that you're particularly working with provides ongoing, frequent support, training support. Okay, that's going to help you win in this company. Yeah, I am freezing a little bit. I'm sorry about that, guys. But you can still hear me, right? Yes. Okay, cool. So I'm going to continue. So that was number 5. Number 6 is founders. You really want to understand who's the founders, who's the founder of the company. If it aligns to you, like I'm really big on supporting with my people. It's not the end all of all, but I'm very big on supporting, Black owned businesses and things like that, because I understand, the the severity of what we need to go and support our own. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I particularly ask. Is it a breaking point all the time? No. Have I been in companies that are not Black owned? Absolutely. But it's definitely an important factor. That's like the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? So especially if the other key points align, but that's not the break of all. But, you want to know, whatever it is that's important to you. Like I said, that's just my personal key point that I really want to look at, like, oh, cool, the company's Black owned and it's network market, things like that. So you want to make sure that it aligns with something that is important to you, that you pay attention to, as far as the founders. What is it about them? Are they relatable? How frequent can you kind of speak with them, get communication with them? I've been in companies where the founder gave me his own cell phone number, saying I can email, and he actually responds, things like that. Where, if you send them a Facebook message, they actually respond to you. You know what I'm saying? So that was really important. Understanding their background, what's the morals of the founder. But a lot of it you don't know till you get in, but you could do a little bit of research and see what the person was a part of. And understand what are their payouts. Ask what is the founder's payout. Okay? And let me really tell you too, when you are asking and looking for these particular points that I'm sharing with you, do your own research. Don't rely on the person that's signing you up all the time to know that. I signed up with a company before where the person didn't know nothing, but I did my own research, and it was the best thing I ever did. Okay, so don't throw away your opportunities and things that work for you just because a person who is offering and sharing this with you may not know. Do your own research if you see that these things line up. All right, so let me backpedal again real quick. So the 8 key points of alignment, we're at 6 right now, but the first one is the company. What's the history of the company, things like that. 2 is the industry. What's the industry like? What's the type of industry? What are the morals of it? How does it relate to you? And is it a personal passion or desire, or, aligns with your career, what you do already? third is the product. What's the niche, the price points of the product? Is it overpriced just to pay you out compensation? Number 4 is compensation. What are the payouts? What are the margins? What's the payout from the people at the top versus the people at the bottom? Is there still a payout whether you rank up or not? Number 5 is, what is the training for support? Do you have online training support? Is it frequent? Is it training support in your local areas? If it's not, definitely online. You don't really need to have everything in your actual city. I've been in a company where I was like one of the very few in New York. But we had ongoing online support. Those who are there within the company, I was always able to talk on the phone and things like that. So you want to make sure that you have ongoing, frequent support, whether online, in person, your upline, downline, sideline, things like that. Number 6 is the founders. What are the founders like? What is the history? What is the background? What are their payouts? How relatable are you to them? Okay. Number 7 is the culture. What is the culture of the company? So remember I said I always look at looking and seeing, as far as, because I'm really big on supporting Black-owned companies, is it relatable? Now, like I said, I've been in companies that aren't, but I really related to the culture of the people. It fit and aligned with a lot of the things I did. But I have been in companies where I didn't feel like I fit in. You get what I'm saying? But I don't always have to fit in when it comes to making my money. But eventually, sometimes it does kind of get in your way, because understand this. As an entrepreneur, I don't care what you're doing, whether you're in network marketing or not, or even if you're not an entrepreneur, you're not always going to feel like doing what you're supposed to do. So it's really important to make sure that you have a lot of things lined up on what it is that really aligns to your personal choices and things like that. Because if it's not, the moment something happens and it doesn't align with these 8 points that I'm telling you about, you're going to quit. I'll say that again. The moment that when you don't feel like it, because that will happen, and you did not take the time out to align yourself with these 8 points I'm telling you about, you're going to burn out and you're going to quit. It's not working for you. Okay? It's just, that's where it's going to go. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've left companies just because it didn't align with what I need. It served a purpose for what I needed, but I moved on. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't be upset or look at things wrong as far as when people jump from company to company. I didn't jump from company to company just because it was like the next best thing and a new wave and a hustle, because I was very adamant on what I was doing and what I was looking at. But in the chapter in my life, it might have not aligned with the things that I'm particularly talking about. Or, like I said, maybe the culture was off, the compensation was off, and those things just didn't line up. Or, the industry started to flunk and it just didn't really fit. So then it started to be a problem elsewhere. Okay. And number 8, the last thing is you. It's really important to, before you go and you look at all these things, because you got all 7 things perfect. It seemed like it's the best opportunity, but you was off, right? You weren't aligned. You weren't committed. You weren't aligned with, what it didn't align with what you were already doing. You wasn't at a space where you was willing to commit your time, because it takes sacrifices when you're doing anything and you commit your time to. If you didn't commit yourself, if you wasn't aligned, the 7 points become obsolete, because again, you'll burn out and quit. Okay. So I hope that's making sense. As I promised, I was going to come with you with this information. This was grand and key for me, because once I aligned with that, everything else started to flow. And let me tell you, when it comes specifically, I'm talking about network marketing, but any opportunity, there are opportunities given to you as a vehicle, and they're meant to kind of ride in that vehicle for the season. Not all the time you buy a car, you're going to keep that car forever. You might want to trade it. Okay. So it's really important to kind of get and understand that. Understand the purpose anyway of these network marketing opportunities is supposed to, but a lot of companies have things lined up to get you stuck in a little bit. Okay. That's the unfortunate part. The game of network marketing can be a little tricky, and I'll be honest. And if you want me to share, anything with you personally or where you are, I have no problem doing so. But I help and coach a lot of entrepreneurs, and I also do another coaching service where I help with those within network marketing. Now, I teach them how to take any kind of opportunity in business network marketing at their end and make it work for them to excel and build wealth. Okay. So these principles that, Jay-Z applying, like I said, it's not how much money you have and how much you particularly make, even though you do need to make more, because if you have an income problem, you're not going to grow. But once you do that, you need to know what are you going to do with that particular money and make it grow. The way how money works is to get it to work for you, because it doesn't get tired, it doesn't get sick, it don't need PTO, pay time off or anything like that. So it's always important to get your money into a vehicle to get more, cash flow in that vehicle with you. Then you get out the vehicle, let the vehicle drive off for you, and you let the money work for you. All right. So I hope that was helpful. I hope this was great information for you. Please share this where you feel it works for anyone, whether if you're in a network marketing opportunity and you got people just guessing you and just throwing shade at you. They're calling it a pyramid scheme. Share this video. It can help open their minds a lot. If you are one person that, you're not sure and you're trying to look into the opportunity, or other people who are looking at it, or you're one of those people that told people don't sign up because it seems shaky, share this video with them. It could definitely help. And like I said, if you need, help, support, training, and coaching in any means, please share, give your feedback. You can email me, message me, or anything like that. I'll be more than willing, to help you, to get you in line to the best place of where you need, or like I said, if you want one-on-one coaching on your business and what you're doing, definitely, get back to me, whether, you have your own entity in your own business and you really to, expand your business more online, to leverage your time in business. Definitely email me at ThriveAbundantly at Gmail. Okay. So that's how you can reach me directly. So I will answer it personally rather over to my assistant. And I love you all. Tune in on Wednesday. Tomorrow we're off for 4th of July. We're closed. Okay. But tune in on Wednesday. I'll continue to share great more information for you to thrive as an entrepreneur. And I love you guys. Enjoy your 4th of July, your Independence Day. But definitely make sure you continuously work towards your own Independence Day. Your real Independence Day is when you decide to live your life on your terms. I'm Lauren LC Thriver. You have an amazing, amazing Monday, and I'll see y'all Wednesday.